So one of our themes is what plants do as they get closer to winter. And a big split here is between our woody plants and our herbaceous plants. And the woody plants are obviously plants that are able to produce wood, but that wood gives them an advantage that they have a structure that they can kind of crawl back into, or I guess save the cells that are dormant inside of the woody structure, and that allows them to keep growing from that location the next year. So a lot of what we see in here, these green leaves, even though they belong to woody plants, the leaves are going to fall off. That's pretty typical, at least for the woody flowering plants. So here I've got a dogwood, and these leaves are going to fall off. You can see the stem here is woody. It's stiff and hard, and also along the stem or near the certain locations we should be able to find some buds. So I've got bud here at the tip of this little side shoot, so that's a terminal bud. There also are probably some buds, they might be a little harder to see, in the axils of the leaves. So I don't really see it, but I'm gonna have a little faith that it's there. They don't have to be large, but basically the buds are a feature that is prepared to grow out in a future year, and that allows this plant to kind of grow from where it's already grown. So this structure will probably survive. The stem part here will survive through the winter, the leaves will fall off, and then any further growth will happen from these buds, the terminal bud, the axillary buds, and that will increase the size of this plant in the next year, give it more of a branching pattern. So dogwood here, another woody plant. We have a woody vine here, which is a grape vine. And I think I saw some buds that are a little bit more substantial on here. There's a little bud I'm highlighting on against my finger there. So just kind of a triangular shape of the buds. And there's a good one. They're actually built with some structures already formed a lot of times. So the characteristic of a bud is that it's wrapped up in specialized leaves that are going to serve for protection over the winter, protection against the elements, protection against animals that might eat that tender bud in there. And that's where they can grow from in the next year. Again, these big leaves are going to fall off as the season gets cold, but the buds should survive and come back the next year. Let's do one more plant here. This is one of our honeysuckles, and a single leaf, and then inside of the axil of that leaf, kind of a fuzzy little bud there. So just a structure. It's made with some leaves, probably some microscopic leaves are already formed in there. And in the next year, when conditions get good, they're going to grow out and take advantage of the good conditions next season.